Well, we got to step 21, and this doesn't look much, but it is. First of all, I realize I've made a mistake a while ago, just before leaving the old house. I don't know if you remember, but I painted a whole bunch of pieces, a batch. I've airbrushed them, and the largest ones are these. Which are supposed to be the decks in the rear island. This is the H24. Here is shown upside down, and H23. First of all, I've painted this one wrong. I've painted it on the wrong side. I was looking at this figure here, but actually this whole cabin comes on top here, but then it gets installed upside down, as you can see here. So this one is not even paint. The second mistake, you remember perhaps that the bridges, the decks in the first island, they were linoleum color. Linoleum color. I don't have it here. Not this dark yellow. Bottom line is, these two pieces will have to be re-airbrushed with the linoleum. Yes. And I will have to do this before anything else. Before anything else. Then we have some small vertical stiffeners again, photo etch, and then we have this big railing, which fortunately is only a little bit here curved. The rest of it's straight. Remember that I did some templates for these pieces, precisely to be able to bend the railing independent of the pieces, and then just to apply it on the top of the piece, just like they showed here. I never did that. I did a template and I didn't use them. And I'm pretty much sure I threw them to the garbage when we moved. I don't have them anymore. I would have been curious with a shape like this, from, you know, straight segments. I would have been curious to try the template method. Maybe it would have been better than just glue it in place here. I wonder. We'll see. I think we're gonna install we're gonna paint, of course. We're gonna install this one on the ship, and then I'm gonna run the railing. This is like a plan. And the other one, the H23, is in the next step. In step 22. No, step 23. Step 23, we have the other one with its own railing. This is the plan for now. I'm sure some of you watch Ron Calvert-Lewin series, which is a monument of patience, skill, dialogue, and it's full of things that that you learn actually from that series. And he only worked 1 in 200, which is very nice. And I will have a discussion about this 1 in 200 versus 1 in 350 in a future episode perhaps. But he did the Bismarck, then he did the Hood, then it was the Iowa, and then the Rodney, 1 in 200, all of them. And presently now he's working a stupid submarine from Trumpeter, 1 in 48. But mind you, I've seen the episodes, and when it will be ready, it will look fantastic. Yes. Now, going back 5 or 6 years ago when he started with the Bismarck, I remember there were some episodes, not one, but many episodes, where he was complaining about the airbrush. The airbrush didn't pump, or the airbrush, the paint didn't come out properly, or something. It was always something, always. And he called the store where he bought the airbrush, and he talked to a nice lady over there. They exchange emails, how to do this, how to do that. He even put the needle of the airbrush to the microscope to see, I don't know, I don't remember whatever he wanted to see in there, but it was a lot of headache for him in the Bismarck build, this airbrush, until he got a handle on it. But it was a lot of headache, and I was thinking that my airbrush worked perfectly from day one, actually. From day one, yeah. In this Tsesarevich is the first time I used it properly, the airbrush, and it worked just fine. You've seen the episodes. I didn't have other experiences before with the airbrush, but the airbrush combination with this Tamiya paint, it worked very well for me. Of course, you paint, I don't know, a maximum of 2 minutes, and then you have to clean everything, and that's gonna take, I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes every time. But that's about the only downside of the airbrushing for me. And of course, this is the color for the linoleum. Linoleum deck brown, they say, is the XF79. So we'll have to stop talking and start working on this. I wonder if it's enough, or maybe is it too much. I'm gonna add a bit more. for now. Should be okay. It works. We are okay. It's more than enough. Very nice method. And in my case, it works. One of the few things it really works in my case. Yes. This is the D1, the photo etch that's gonna give me some headache to bend here. Well, and I've separated the other plastic pieces. The H24, I put the cabin, the H37 on top, that means upside down, and there is a small something here, H8, I don't know what that was, and we have this small piece, H5, this one, I should have done two of them, and both sides, of course. And for the photo etch, now we have, we need to cut the D15 and the stiffeners. D15 twice. There this small railing. I haven't decided if it's better to paint the railing while on its sprue or better paint it when it's installed. So I guess these ones I will paint once installed. Of course I will cut the many stiffeners here off camera. and this has to be repeated 14 times. So you get the idea. It's gonna take me a lot of time to do it. I've installed them, all 14. Well, they won't be visible, mind you. So there is a lot of work for nothing. There will be 3 more here around this piece, and that's about it. And they will have to be painted, but again, not visible. It's like the famous stair from the Titanic model. You work and work and work, and then another deck comes on top and closes it completely, and you don't see anything. Yeah, good job. Well, now that it is done, I was tempted to install it, to put it in its place as per instructions, but because I've installed the wooden deck, there are no more benchmarks or reference points where this should stay exactly. Like this, more like this. So the only reference point I have is actually this new piece, the beginning of the big mast, the H21. I will cut this one, place it in there, in its rightful place here, and then I will slide this one, and this way I make sure it stays in the right position. But this one is only in step 22, but I'll do it now. Of course, this one has to be painted first. I was talking lately about some episodes from Ron Calverley, the Model Ship channel, and I was looking for some information about the rigging, and I have to tell you, for the first ships he built, for the surface ships, I watched all the episodes, not in the same day, of course, because I only discovered him when he was perhaps 30% done with the first ship, with the Bismarck. But once he finished the Bismarck, I started to look, to watch all the episodes, and I downloaded them, all of them, and I classified them by the type of operation he was doing in there. For example, I don't know, installing a railing on the forward island or something like this, painting this, painting that, filing this, filing that, putting together the whole. And I have a chapter, a big chapter with the rigging. Now, how many episodes do you think he had for the rigging of the Bismarck in 1:200 scale? How many episodes do you think? Well, I tell you, there were 47 episodes with the rigging of that ship. And he shows in great detail how he's doing the rigging, and even the repetitive operations and whatnot. And it took him 47 episodes. And this gives you an idea about the detail and the depth of explanations he was putting in that channel. And then he repeated the same thing for Hood, for the Iowa, and for the Rodney. All of them 1 in 200. So I know I downloaded the Hood, and I didn't download the Iowa and the Rodney. By the time he was done with the Hood, he already done the Bismarck too. I thought whatever it is to learn from him about some small aspects about things that I didn't know how to do at all, that information should be already there in Bismarck and Hood. So it's not that I lost interest, but I didn't download Iowa and Rodney. So yesterday was when I was looking for something about the rigging, I went directly to that folder, to the if you need to know, there are parts, episodes 402 to 449. There are 47 episodes, and where he's doing the rigging. So very, very interesting. So now I've painted this one, and I will let it dry. I will install it here, as I said, and then I will slide this piece on top of this one. We'll see how this goes.